Hi everyone, this is Little Montessori Pandits. Practical life activities are foundation for all the activities in Montessori education. These activities are taken from our daily living, such as dry and wet pouring activities. You can see on the screen that I have laid the activities out in a sequence, and that is how it's also introduced to the child in a home environment or in a school setting. In this part 1, I would like to share with you how to prepare and present these activities to a child. First, Montessori child learns to pour solids, and I'll tell you why. When a young child starts to pour liquids, there is a greater chance of error when pouring liquids. So, transferring and pouring solids provides an opportunity to concentrate and practice of large motor skills. You can see in the video I have purposely spilled the rice. Maria Montessori used a term called control of error. So, control of error is the quality within the material that enables a child to complete and correct the task without any support from a teacher or a child. So, in the video, you can see that I've spilled the rice, or in a real situation, if a child spills the rice, the control of error allows a child to visually see the mistake that he or she has made and corrects it independently. So, for example, picking up the rice and putting it back in the container. These activities refines individual skills and they apply them in purposeful tasks such as pouring milk or fruit juice independently. Preliminary activity: pouring rice from one jug to another jug. This activity prepares the child for future challenging dry and wet pouring activities. For this activity, I have got 2 transparent jugs with some colored rice in it. You can use anything such as couscous or beans as well. By using my actions and not saying anything, I am showing the child how to pour the rice from one jug to another jug. Direct aim is that the child is able to pour dry ingredients independently. Indirect aims are coordination of movement, independence, concentration, self-esteem, and social adaptation. Points of interest: seeing that the grains are transferred. Does the child center the spout? Does the child avoid clicking the jugs together? My next challenging level for a 19 months toddler is to pour from a transparent jug to a glass. So here I am showing the child how to pour rice from a jug to a glass. My next activity is showing a 2 years old child how to pour grains from 2 transparent glasses. You can see that I am showing the child without saying anything. Just again, by my actions, I am showing the child how to pour grains from one glass to another glass. Once I have finished demonstrating, I would then ask a child if he or she would like to try. Now, in the next level, the activity is slightly more challenging. You can see in the video that I'm using 2 jugs and they are not identical, and also they are not transparent child-sized jugs. So when the child is pouring, the child has to really concentrate and also have to judge how much the child has to pour. You must be wondering that this is just an pouring activity, but when you observe a child, the child is focusing on his or her movement, concentrating on pouring and using his auditory skills to listen to the grains pouring in the jug. I am now showing you different variations of dry pouring activities, and every level is more challenging for a child. You can see I'm not using transparent tumblers now. I try and make these activities attractive for the children so that they go to the activities, and I also place them where they can reach for these activities, so the shelves would be at the level where a child can reach for these activities and bring it to the table. You can see in the video that I'm using utensils that are used in an Indian kitchen. So this is what I really like about the Montessori approach, that it is recognized worldwide, an educational approach that helps children achieve their fullest potential without overspending and using materials that you have in your environment. So this activity is introduced at around 3 years of age. You can see I have 3 transparent glasses and a transparent jug with rice in it. Here I am introducing to a child how to share rice into 3 different glasses. So the child is not just concentrating and also focusing on his movement. Indirectly, the child is learning the basics of math. So now I've even made it more challenging for a child. So you can see on the screen I have a jug and 3 glasses that are not transparent, and in the jug I have rice, and the child has to share the rice into 3 different glasses. During this lockdown period, I've had many parents asking me for Montessori Practical Life activities, and they're very happy that they can use things that they can find from their homes, and especially the practical life activities where they can use things from the kitchen as well. I'm showing the child that once the child has finished sharing the rice into 3 different cups, the child has to then pour the rice back in the jug and make sure that there are no grains on the table or on the floor. So pick everything up and tidy up the environment and put the tray back on the shelf so that it's ready for the child to use it next time. Pouring rice using a funnel. All you need is a child-sized jug, a funnel, and a glass bottle. First, show the child how to slowly pour the rice through the funnel. And this activity actually is very therapeutic for a child. I've seen children sitting there for 15-20 minutes just transferring or pouring rice from the jug to the bottle or from the bottle to the jug. If the rice gets stuck in the funnel, show the child how to gently shake the funnel until the rice becomes loose and starts to flow again. We've come to an end of part 1. All these activities are always available in Montessori classroom. so that the child can spontaneously choose one of these activity and repeat them as many times as he or she desires. Repetition is the key to development. Children always learn by repeating, as Dr. Maria Montessori called, an unconscious bid for self-perfection. Please join me for part 2. I will be sharing with you 20 different ideas of wet pouring activities that you can present to your child in your home environment. If you have enjoyed watching this video, then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you in part 2. Until then, be safe and healthy.